Hi, I'm Brett Dale. Some special considerations for our business owners as it relates to the estate planning process and their business as a whole. If you've gone through the estate planning process, you know that we use the whiteboard. And this is a typical estate plan from a non-traditional and a business perspective. But a couple of special, interesting things with respect to business owners. Often, business owners at some point in their lives will be curious and want to know, how does my business pass to my spouse and particularly to my beneficiaries such as my children? And there are all different kinds of things that you can do. Keeping in mind that we still want to achieve our traditional estate planning objectives of getting our estate taxes to zero, having good asset protection for our children from divorcing spouses or bad things going on, minimizing income taxes as we transition that business, and making sure, obviously, and most importantly, that our business is transitioning to wherever it needs to go with the least amount of headaches or hurdles. So once we get the basic estate planning completed, and that's not the purpose of this video, but once we get that completed, then we're able to get very specific. How does the business pass to children or a particular beneficiary? Keeping in mind, we want to avoid estate taxes. So just a little bit of a deep dive on estate taxes. Most business owners at some point will move some, and maybe eventually all, of non-voting shares to some type of a trust where there's no estate taxes due. That is critical. We want to be able to get to a zero estate tax. Moving the non-voting shares of the business into some type of trust where there's no estate taxes is a critical process once that business owner is ready. And once we do that, we have no estate taxes ever. No matter what the value of the company grows to, no estate taxes ever. Fabulous result. Meanwhile, the business owner keeps the voting shares so that they're the one making the business decisions. Nobody's telling that business owner what to do. Then when that business owner passes away, we hopefully have got our estate taxes not to something like this, but to zero. So when that business owner passes away, then we're able to focus on, where does control go? If the proverbial poop is hitting the fan and we have problems, either business problems, economic cycle problems, kids or grandkids or beneficiaries not agreeing how the business should be run, who is making these decisions? And that's where the voting shares will go. So that the voting control, the power, is directed right into the particular hands that we need it to go to. The economics, the non-voting shares, those could go equally to all of the three kids. But the voting shares are isolated to go to that particular child, so the control is being managed in the place that we need it to go. And if that's not an answer, if there is no answer as to which child or which person would have the voting shares, then sometimes we do a very specific trustee for the business decisions. Maybe it's Uncle Joe making economic investment decisions, but somebody else is making business decisions. And you can think of this like a board of directors. If the proverbial poop is hitting the fan, who's making the voting decisions so that the business can continue in the way that you want it to continue? Lastly, if we are ready to make a transition of non-voting shares to the kids or even voting shares to the kids, this type of a trust not only gets us to a zero estate tax, but allows these shares, whether it's non-voting shares and maybe it's voting shares one day, allows you to push these shares to any one of the kids whenever you want. Not only with no estate tax or gift taxes, but also will allow you to move these shares to wherever they need to go without any income taxes. We'll go through the details when we meet, but you're essentially allowed to transition that business to the people that you want to transition it to without paying any income taxes. Outstanding result when the business owner is ready to do that. Finally, with respect to the business owner's entire business, we're able to help and accommodate and answer questions for business owners because of the depth of the corporate group and the estate planning group that we have. Over 40 people in the estate planning and corporate group that often help business owners, whether it's employment law, whether it's contract reviews, M&A activities, golden handcuff plans, succession plan, or even, God forbid, litigation. We have niche attorneys who specialize only in those particular areas to help you accommodate your business needs. Thank you.